Talking of monogamy, I've decided I'm monogamous now.
You're non?
I'm monogamous.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up right now.
I'm monogamous
No,
now.
you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
Monogamous. No, I'm just like monogamous. Yeah, I'm monogamous.
You're so unserious, man. You're so fucking unserious. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, guys, and welcome to 181 of the Tutus podcast. I am Nana.
And I am Rose.
And together we are Tutus.
I might sound a little bit bunged up
because
today.
you've got a cold again.
I'm recovering from that. It's a bit nasally. I'm a bit
days,
nasally, but I'm
bro.
recovering, you know.
You always have a cold.
Do you know, I feel like I've got something wrong with my immune system. I need to get checked.
You need a body MOT.
I need a body MOT. I really need a body MOT. Like my back pain's gone down a bit though. I had neck pain last week, but it's gone down.
Did you sleep funny or?
It was from the gym. When we did the shoulder thing, it was from that.
Yeah.
And now I've got nasally things going on. Can't lips.
I mean, you could lips. You just might pass the cold on to
I
the
don't know.
person you
Cold
lips.
on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Someone might want a cold from you.
She don't.
Ooh, but apart from the cold, how you doing? How you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got that job, guys.
Yes,
got that
she
job.
got the job. Yes, we love it.
Some good news this week. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I love that. I'm feeling tired, very, very tired. It's been a long fucking week of work. And just, a bit just, I need to relax. I need to chill. And I feel like my weekends are always busy. Always something to do. And I try to like plan my time, like just so it makes sense.
I'm hoping to drag that out tonight, so yeah.
Huh? Who is we? Did you say we or I?
I'm hoping to drag you out tonight. If there's something that's happening at Shoreditch House, then why not? Do you know what I mean? Having a tequila or having an alcoholic
You don't
tequila.
even drink right now, so I don't even know why you're trying to go outside. Why are you trying to go outside?
I'm bored. I'm so bored.
I mean, I understand because I too I feel like I want to go, but I also feel like I need to rest.
Yeah, rest tomorrow, Sunday, they'll rest.
One day of rest.
We'll talk about this afterwards.
I'm crying. Do you see what this girl does to me?
Let's be going.
Do you see? What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say now.
What, that we went to the...
No, it was what's it called? National Independence. No, not National Independence.
Oh, Ghana Independence.
No, not even that one. Independent Women's.
International Women's Day. Yeah.
Is it a week or a month?
I think it's the LWD Day.
Yeah, it's a day. Right, yes. So that was, it felt like it just came by and I didn't know until the day of. I mean, that might be my fault because I am a bit busy these days, but it didn't really feel like much of a celebration. Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, a lot of people in like the music space, I saw that they were doing like panels and things like that. But outside of that, well, black women I'm talking about, outside of that, I didn't really see much going on. There is like a panel this week about butchness, which we were asked to host, but we forgot to get back to them. So I saw that it's out now. So I guess we're not doing that. We asked. Oh, we need to message back about the at the Rio Cinema as well.
What?
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
God.
But, yeah, there is a panel of butchness. OG Courts is going to be on that panel alongside other people. It's going to be at Common Press in Bethnal Green, so check that out. I hope it's not after, but it's not before.
Because I thought it already happened, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, it hasn't happened yet. But that's International Women's Day thing. That's something that's of our genre.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've just seen it's for the femmes.
It's for the femmes.
It's for the femmes.
For the palatable. The palatable women. That's who it's for. It's not really for us. I guess our womanhood means something different, and they're not willing to accept different forms of womanhood. Yeah. And that's we'll celebrate each other.
We celebrate each other. Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna just discount that over the years we have had opportunities during International Women's Day. Like I've written articles around this time, we've done panels around this time and things like that. But it just feels like when all the BLM stuff was happening, it felt like a lot of inclusivity things across the board was happening. Yeah. But the further we've gotten away from June 2020, like it's just all the inclusivity stuff is just kind of there's not enough budget for it anymore.
Performative. Yeah, that's why.
But we said it though.
We did say it. We knew this was happening. We knew this was coming. And you know what? It's fine because I'd rather do something that's genuine as opposed to performative. It just is what it is, you know. But happy independent, you know. What's it? International Women's Day. Independent Women's Day. Yeah. For last week. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, shout out you, man.
Yeah. On the other agenda, we did go to the march. Well, not march, the protest for the LGBT bill, and it was a good turnout. I do wish like more people would come out and support, because I definitely feel like obviously there's strength in numbers, but it was nice to be there. It was nice to hear people speak about, you know, standing, you know, strong and being in solidarity with each other. And you know, I think there's another one this coming Monday, is it? Well,
I'm not sure what day it is. I'm not sure what day it is, but there is another one coming up soon. So just follow LGBT rights Ghana, and also follow LGBTQIA+. I need to get the actual name for that page because it's quite a long name for that page. 1 second. LGBTQIA_Ghana_solidarity. Like, follow them as well because they're the ones who are organising all of that, like protests and everything we can do to support our LGBT brothers and sisters in Ghana and queer siblings across the board in Ghana. So yeah, just follow. Obviously, we're gonna keep things posted on our page. Also, Darkwa's doing like using their voice. Do you know what I'm saying? So make sure you follow Darkwa as well. We are doing the most we can. Obviously, we was asked to speak at their protest, but we're just not public speaking in that way, you know. And obviously, Nana had work, so she wouldn't have been able to get there on time. But other than that, I feel like our activism, we do as much as we can. Yeah. But I don't think we're activists.
We're not activists.
We're not activists, and it's okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not everybody's an activist.
Yeah.
And I think we can support in different ways. Do you know what I mean? In our own ways. But obviously, it's important to have all different types of people there. It's important to have those people who do speak up and stuff like that. But I think we do what we do via the podcast, and you know,
we use our platform. Yeah, we use our platform, and that's what our platform is here for, because everyone has to do what they can, and that's what we can. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, make sure you follow those pages.
Absolutely. Should we get into the
You got some dilemmas, guys.
We've got some dilemmas.
Guys, okay, before we get to dilemma, I have a dilemma for you guys. I got a dilemma first.
Oh God.
You meet a woman, and she is fine as fuck. Y'all getting along. You guys are really getting along, you know. And
is she a Scorpio?
She's a Scorpio.
Oh. Look at that. I don't want to hear pim from anyone, including you, about Scorpios this, Scorpio that.
I'm just this is hypothetical. This is hypothetical.
When you said I've got a dilemma, whose dilemma is it?
It's a potential dilemma.
Okay, all right then.
And you get along, you do the phone calls, like all of that.
8 hours.
Yeah. And but it feels like, it doesn't feel like things are moving fast, but you know, when you put things into context, they're moving fast. Right. If you step out of the bubble, they're moving fast.
Yeah.
Would you get into a relationship after a month?
If I wanted to, yes. Because I don't think there's a time, like there should be some time constraint, limit, whatever on... I think you should just go by how you feel, but I am going to add to that, you know, like a month isn't long enough to know someone, you know, well. So you might get into a relationship and start finding things out about a person. I mean, you're always learning people, even if it's a year before you get into a relationship. Yeah. You're still going to be learning new things after a year about about a person. But I would say we need to go with our hearts sometimes. We just need to, because sometimes there's too much rules. There's too
a lot
many
of rules.
There are. I mean? And everybody's situation is different. Everybody's journey is different and unique. And you just need to go with that. Go with how you feel. Feeling how things make you feel. You need to listen to that. I don't think your feelings... Well, it depends on the person, but your feelings, like you should be intuitive. It depends on the person. You should, you know, be intuitive. You should have like good judge of character and all these things. If you have those, then I would trust you as your best friend for you to get with someone after a month. Why not?
I've never done such things before, but you know, I'm always up for everything.
Yeah, you're on vibes. That's why
I'm up for everything.
You're on vibes, guys. Let us know what you think using the hashtag TT Podcast. Would you get with someone after knowing them for a month, or is that too soon? Let us know.
Oh, also, before we get to the dilemmas, I just want to say thank you to everyone who reached out to me about the breasts situation.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of people DM'd me and were just like, some people sent me like the names of their doctors that they went to, and I got some advice saying that how I should just go as small as I can because when I get older, I might want breasts again, and because it might depend on where my womanhood takes me in life and things like that. But like going as small as you can, you still got breasts, but you still kind of don't have breasts at the same time. So like that's the advice I've been given, and that way I can still wear my sports bra when I go swimming.
I love that for you. And that's some great advice as well.
Yeah.
And somebody did comment saying that like the removal of breasts is not just for like the trans experience. There are other different like experiences as well, like transmasc experience, and you know, and I feel like, you know, it should be, for everybody.
Yeah. So I appreciate everyone who said, and also that said thank you, because thank you as well for validating my feelings, because obviously it's not something that we speak about much, because we always hear about it in a trans experience. So like I'm glad there's quite a lot of people who could relate. Do you know what I'm saying? It's very validating, so appreciate you.
It's very validating, and I love that for you.
Yeah. Dilemmas,
child. Okay, this is the first dilemma. It's a bit long, but we'll go for it. They said, I really love your podcast. I found it straight after I came out. I only came out recently and I'm very feminine.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. I previously dated men only. However, I noticed that I always feel very awkward around them and I'm never really comfortable. I found myself forcing myself to be in love. Men are attractive to me, but that is it. I feel you. I feel you, sis. My ex-boyfriend cheated on me, which was very hurtful as I did a lot for him when we were together for nearly 2 years. When he cheated on me, he gave me HSV too, but did not tell me. I only found out when I got my first breakout. I wake up so depressed every day because I feel disgusting. I also did not realize that I wouldn't have this forever. I've always practiced safe sex and my BC is very low.
I guess that's
body count. So I was devastated when I was diagnosed. I feel so limited and restricted when dating. I am 21, highly melanated, and have had issues with colorism since I was a little girl. I'm also in my second year of my law degree in London, and I have my own car.
Okay.
Okay, girl. I recently started talking to a girl through a dating app in another city. We were vibing and she likes me. I'm really scared to tell her I have HSV too because I don't want it to put me off her. I don't want her to be put off me or not like me anymore. How do I mention it and when is the right time? We've been speaking for a couple of days. Do I wait before we decide to meet or should I let her get to know me better? I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm quite happy with myself and consider myself pretty, but my confidence is shattered from HSV too. I don't think I'll be able to find love. It was hard dating being dark skinned. Now I'm dark skinned with HSV too. Do you guys know anyone with HSV too? If so, do they generally still survive in the community or do they get outcasted? Many thanks.
Oh, you babe. First of all, sorry that happened to you. Sorry you had your heart broken.
Yeah.
And sorry then you now found out about this as well. Like, first of all, to anyone listening, please get yourself checked regularly. Even if you're in a relationship, like you just have to, and you trust the person 100%, just get yourself tested. You just don't, you never know. Do you know what I mean?
You never know.
So, but this is a difficult one. I don't know anybody with HS2. I suspect that we had a friend who had it once.
Yeah. We did. But we didn't know. I guess we didn't know because people call it cold sore.
Yeah.
If it's on your mouth, and we didn't know. For me, I didn't know that it was a sexually transmitted infection. I didn't know that at the time, but like with more like educating ourselves and knowledge and stuff, we know.
Yeah, they never confirmed it to us, but you know,
well, they had a cold sore, and they never said anything. I'm not sure if they told their partners or anything like that. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
Knowing them, I don't think so.
Right. It is a tricky one to navigate, I think. Obviously, like, we're not in this person's shoes, but it is a very tricky one to navigate because, first of all, people don't really talk about herpes.
No.
Like, no one talks about herpes.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like the more like people talk about it, the more it will be like normalized because a lot of people do have it because most of the time it's undetected. If you don't have a breakout, breakouts are usually caused by stress and stuff like that. If you don't have a breakout, then you're usually like you can't see it, but it's obviously still there.
Yeah.
So it's just really, really tricky.
It is tricky, but I do think just for your peace of mind, tell your partners because
no, but her one is like, should I tell this person before I meet them? Should I wait? I think she's going to tell her this person that she's talking to.
I think you should tell them before you link up, or maybe before, just any time before you get like sexually physical. I think you should let them know. Just so that they're aware, but also get all the information you can about how to prevent passing it on or things like that, and also present them with that information. And just be honest, because at the end of the day, if you're honest, you're free yourself. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to be paranoid. Like, you know where you stand and stuff like that. But if you leave it for a long time, that's when it gets worse.
It gets a bit
because it becomes that you've been keeping something from me rather than what the actual issue is.
It's actually true.
So just say it as soon as you can, but as soon as you're comfortable saying it as well.
Yeah, I agree. I do know someone who has it. She has genital herpes, and she told we weren't dating. We spoke for a bit, but she was too young for me, so I didn't pursue this. But she told me in like one of our conversations, and just because of how it happened, it just made me like, obviously this is not my experience, but this is hers, but it made me really angry for her, really sad for her, because just of how this like it came about. And do you know what? I'm surprised she actually even told me. Like, that means she felt comfortable enough to to tell me this. But yeah, I just remember feeling like angry, but I wasn't disgusted. I wasn't like, oh no, like I wouldn't date this person because of that. But I was thinking, if she was my age and if I wanted to date her, like what would that be like? How would we protect ourselves? Like, because I know that when you don't have an outbreak, it's not there. So I think it's less likely to be passed on. Okay. But obviously this is another thing that you have to find out. Yeah. You need to think about. But you are not disgusting.
Yeah. Like, far from.
You are not disgusting.
And you got a car, girl.
Yeah, you got a car. You're 21. You're in uni. Like, you got a lot of things going for yourself. And I just think that the world just needs to sort of like catch up to these things. Like, I watched a podcast like last year about this. This woman was explaining how like she's got it and whether she tells partners or not. And I just feel like we need to be having more conversations like this. Yeah. Because it's very, very common.
I think a lot of people do have it. But it's just
very common.
It's going to take people for speaking about it. And you know what? In this day and age, it takes for influencers.
It does.
To say, I've got this. Yeah. So if you're an influencer and you got this, please do it for the community.
Yeah. I feel people need
it's not a bad thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's not a bad thing. I mean, like, how it comes about sometimes is bad because, you know, you might have been trigger warning, essayed, or you might have been cheated on and stuff like that, and that's how, you know, it comes about. So that's really like sad and unfortunate, but you know, it is part of like life and stuff like that. But I'm really sorry to hear this. I'm really sorry to hear that it's affected you and impacted you in this way. But you are still a whole person. This does not take away from who you are. It seems like you've got so many amazing things going for yourself, and like, we just want you to carry on being the amazing person that you are, because this is certainly not going to hold you back. In terms of dating, I would say it's always good to be honest. And if somebody that you've told that you would like potentially be you know, your person, if they duck out, they've lost out. Do you know what I mean?
You're like, 21, there's plenty more fish in the sea.
Yeah, you're 21, you've got time. Do you know what I mean? You definitely have time, and you right now you're supposed to be like enjoying your life, having new experiences and all of that stuff. So like, don't think too much about like getting into a relationship, but I would say like, have these conversations. I think the more you have them, I think the more comfortable you would get with having the conversation with people that you're dating. But I would definitely say tell them as soon as you feel comfortable telling them as well. But yeah.
Hope that helps. On to the next. I love a dilemma like this. It was just straight to the point. Like, not that the rest of you don't, but sometimes you need context. But I love one like this. Okay, I'm a petite mask, 22, and I've been locked into tutu since 2019. Thank you.
Very much.
Big up how far you guys have come. Thank you for affirming my identity over the years and your contribution to the community. We appreciate all that you do. No, I love that. Thank you very much. Okay, now to the dilemma. One thing about you two, you always get to find babes.
How do they know that?
How do you know? God, maybe the ones they've seen, that's why. What tips do you guys have for pulling a baddie and keeping in brackets and keeping insecurities at bay, be it from hetero men trying to teeth your girl or from people inside a queer community? Hey, listen.
Number one, is that you need to believe in your source. That's with getting the girls, and that's also keeping the girls. You need to believe in your source. You need to believe that nobody can touch you, bruv. No one can touch you when it comes to how you look, how you dress, what you got going for yourself, your mental, the things that you have to say, your impact on the people around you. Listen, you have to believe in yourself 110%. And I feel like that usually comes with age. I don't want to be the person, we're older now, we're wiser now, but it's true. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how old this person is, but
22.
Ooh, young baby. That shit usually comes with age. When I was 22, I wasn't confident.
When I was 22, I was definitely still finding myself.
Yeah.
I was extremely awkward, shy.
I was so shy.
All of that, like hetero men with 100%. I was bothered.
Yeah.
But like, it's okay if you're bothered at the moment because you need to go through the journey of finding yourself and getting over insecurities. And also like, when it comes to pulling a baddie, you're insecure. You can't keep insecurities at bay. They're always going to be there.
Yeah.
You have to know how to move with them.
Yeah.
And you have to know how to move in a way that it doesn't take over what your source is. Because every single person has insecurities and it's okay. And then baddies, they're going to accept your insecurities. If you come with confidence and all the rest of it.
Your bath water, bruv.
Listen, they're going to want to sleep inside you.
Unzip you and climb inside.
If you have confidence, like you need to believe in your shit. And also don't sell dreams as well, actually. Because I feel like some people think they have to tell people what they want to hear.
Yeah. Or like overperform. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to do all that. I think you just need to come with your truest self. But one thing you did say that is really, really important is that everybody has insecurities, but you have to know how to deal with them. So because sometimes when people have insecurities, it kind of festers and comes out in very toxic ways. So if you see that someone's moving to your girl or something, you might drag your girl or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, for me, when I see someone moving to my girl, I stand back and I watch. And I watch the girl say, that's my girl over there. And completely shut that shit down.
Period. If someone's moving to my girl, you know what I think?
What?
I got a ting.
Right?
I don't want a ting that nobody wants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's true, though.
You know what I'm saying? It means you got a nice baby in
you got a nice
Do you know what I mean? As long as no one's like taking the piss and like if they accept no for no, then it's fine. Yeah. I mean, I've got a beautiful babe on my arm. I'm not surprised if, people move to them. Like, it is what it is. People might move to me as well.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the community, people trying to step on your toes in the community, that's gonna happen. And do you know what the one where you got sauce? When you guys have broken up and they move on to somebody else in the community and that person is concerned with you. Every time you go out, they're staring at you up and down. Yeah. When that happens, you know that you're the sauciest.
Right. You're right. Because they're bothered. And you're not. That's just what it is.
People moving their neck,
breaking
their neck to look at you when they have your ex-babes. That's when you know you've broken the code.
That part. So, boy, I hope that helps. It's just like believing in your source, believe in your confidence, believe in you as a person, bruv. Like, be unfazed as well. Just be unfazed, be unbothered.
Yeah, like when a baddie comes, like, and ask people what their love languages are. Speak to them in their love languages. Like, I feel that's something that a lot of people don't do. Like, people just tell people things they want to hear. So I was talking to a baddie recently, baddie, and and she told me that 2 mask girls moved to her. I hope she doesn't listen to this episode. But she had 2 mask babes moved to her, and she said she was attracted to them. But the reason why she didn't give her number was because they automatically went to I can fuck you better than a man can.
Boring.
Yeah, and I just feel like
that's an insecurity.
That is insecurity.
Because why are we centering men? What the man is not even here. What are we talking about men for? We're just talking about me and you. Like, what?
She said it was really off-putting. She was put off straight away because number 1, you're talking about sex before you even know me, and number 2, you're talking about men. Why are you talking about man when you're talking to me? Like,
what's that got
do
to
you know what I'm saying? So
here?
that really put her off.
I don't like it when. Why do they do this?
It's not a competition, you know. We're not in competition with men.
We're not in competition with men. We have our own lane. We have our own lane.
We are lesbians. We're women loving women people.
This is what you got. This is why you got to believe in your own source, because that to me is a huge insecurity. You're insecure because this woman is possibly fluid or bisexual and has experiences with men, and you're insecure about that. Yeah, you're threatened by that.
You are afraid the man can give her something that you can't.
And the thing is, something that I've accepted is that they can give them something different because
They're men.
They're men. I'm not a man. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a man. I can't give them what a man can give them. That is, especially when it comes to like sex, that's different. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to be in competition with anyone. The only person I'm in competition with is myself. Yeah. Okay. So
I can't give them a real dick. I can't give them sperm. I can't give them. What else do you give? I think that's all really.
I think the other things were pretty capable.
Yeah, we're pretty capable with the rest of
to a certain degree. Yeah.
A penis. A real penis that's attached to the body and sperm are the only two things that I think that a man can give that I can't give. And I'm absolutely fine with that. Yeah. Like,
it's fine. The plastic it does the job where I haven't had any complaints. So
even if you don't have the plastic,
I mean, we don't even use the plastic half the time. So more time is just
fine
without plastic.
Yeah, just concentrate on the person you're chatting to and not everything else that's going on around. I hope that answers your question.
I hope that helps. Right. Hiya tutus. I'm going to jump straight in.
Love that.
I've been with my girlfriend for 5 years and I love pleasuring her. I really want to explore strapping her, but I'm so inexperienced and I don't even know where to start. She can't orgasm from penetration alone, so I'm looking for positions that mean I can touch her at the same time. Or any advice you might have? Love your pod. New to strapping.
Ooh, new to strapping. Hey, new to strapping. I see you.
Strapping. I mean,
you definitely need to explore positions though. When you're okay, I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna give you a tiny one. When you're strapping somebody, put a pillow behind them. Put a pillow behind their back, and underneath give them a bit of underneath them. Yeah, give them a bit of elevation.
Yeah,
and see how that works for you.
But I think also,
but it feels like this person doesn't like penetration.
But they can't orgasm from penetration.
They can't orgasm from penetration. But that's fine though.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think I can orgasm from penetration.
No, but you can do. But that helps release some juices.
Yeah,
I feel like that penetration. And then you can go to whatever does make her orgasm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you can strap them and maybe they can hold a toy on their clit or something. Yeah. Like you don't have to just use a strap. You can use lots of different things. Also, like I don't know if this is what you guys are into, but even if you have restraints, sometimes even with restraints can make somebody orgasm through penetration. Like there's just something that releases inside somebody. But obviously that's if you guys are into that. Use your safe words and stuff like that. Yeah.
But yeah, and I also feel like you have to explore. So she might not orgasm the first time, you never know, but you could work towards that. Like I feel like when people usually say, oh, I can't do this from this or I can't do that from that, might not have experienced it enough times to really like know whether they can't, sometimes you just need to keep going and going, boy.
Yeah. I mean, I know that I can't orgasm from penetration.
I mean, just the thing.
No, I'm not talking about strap, I'm just talking about penetration, please.
But do we know this for real? Do you know what I mean? I just don't know if we actually...
Maybe, do you know what? Actually, I feel like maybe somebody could, but as it stands right now,
I feel like there has to be somebody in the world that could make you orgasm from penetration.
Yeah. But, and don't be worried about inexperience as well. Again, this goes back to the confidence thing.
Yeah.
Like, just believe in what you're doing. Be in the moment. Relax. You guys should do whatever you need to do to relax beforehand. Don't just rush. Don't make it clinical. Do it together. Maybe she can help you put your harness on. Like, maybe she can
romantic.
rub the dildo a little bit. Like, do you know, make it a little bit romantic and sexy. Like,
but yeah, and also like the first time wearing a strap is always a bit.
It's always a bit awkward. Like, you're figuring out how to put on the harness, which strap goes here. You're tightening it up there. Maybe, and the thing is, the dildo might fall out of the ring a couple times,
and you might think that you're still pumping, but it's not inside.
She might just tap you say, baby. it's not
inside. But it's very normal. I remember the first time I got into a harness, and it was awkward as hell. It was awkward because you're just looking at the mirror. You're looking yourself in the mirror, and you think, what is this? What is this?
It is a bit weird in the beginning.
It is a bit weird. But
and even also, like, sometimes when you have to stop what you're doing to go and step in the harness and put it on,
that's
it kills
why,
the vibe a little bit.
Do you know that's the reason why I don't really strap that often?
Yeah, same.
Because we have to break the sex, pause the sex for me to get into the harness.
Sometimes I just wear it though, so that if we have sex, just wait from the beginning. If I know I'm gonna have sex with somebody, and let's say they went to the toilet or they went somewhere, I'll use that time to put it on.
For me, it's just like I make sure it's close by, and then like because obviously we got the foreplay and stuff and the other bits, and then
do foreplay. Make sure you do foreplay.
Do foreplay.
Yeah.
That really like
got an art that is.
It gets the juices flowing. Do not ever skip foreplay. I don't know how people skip foreplay. Don't ever do that in your life. Don't ever do that. That's what gets the juices. Even lip sync for a while. Lips.
Make sure you use tongue.
Make sure you use tongue.
Make sure you tongue them down. You ain't even lip sync them with your tongue in them down. Make sure you do that.
Yes. Have a lip sync session before you even get into that foreplay. But and try, what positions do you get into when you strapping?
I do like doggy, collapse doggy. I like if I'm getting into it here. It is from the back, but I might be standing, but I'll hold their legs up. That you can get a lot of
I think you can get in. I think you can get in there with that position as well.
Yeah, you can get in that position.
You can get in that position.
And I do like missionary, but I like when I do missionary, I like to be very close to them. So maybe that's probably why I got a lot of trouble actually. Even like I'm giving them babies, I ain't giving no babies.
I know, because but you know, missionary is good, and I understand the closeness, but that is just too intimate.
It's quite intimate, but I'll be doing
this is your problem.
That's my problem.
What is wrong with you?
Also, I like to. We give them my business. I like to hold their legs up. And but I'm up.
Yeah,
that one's
up. That one's a good position as well. So yeah, I hope that's helped. You know.
Okay. Okay.
Give it away to take us for free.
Give it away. Okay, this is quite a long one. I have a dilemma. ... To start off, I'm a femme and my girlfriend is a 30-year-old mask. We've known each other for 5 years. We've been romantic for 3 years, on and off. I've been disconnected from this relationship for around 8 months now. There's many reasons why I felt this way. But the biggest thing is I feel like a caretaker at this point. She hasn't worked for 2 years now, so I've taken majority of the financial burden. She also doesn't cook for herself or really do anything. She also doesn't cook or really do anything for herself. I feel so unmotivated around her. Plus, I feel like she's been taking advantage of me. And also, I want to have a kid in like 2 years, but I can't see myself being with her long term. I've been slowly disconnecting myself from her. Girl, it's been 8 months. That's a bit more than slowly. Like trying to help her get her own place, etc. Now, the real issue is my brother physically attacked her over a month ago. God. This resulted in her now having a scar on her face. I feel guilty breaking up with her now and completely dissolving the relationship. Any advice on what to do? You didn't put the scar on her face.
Yeah,
your brother
I don't
did.
think that's the reason for you to stay.
Yeah. It's been 8 months of you disconnecting. It's time to leave.
Yeah. Go.
It's just leave the situation. Even the fact that your brother attacked her is not good. I think that's when you have family attacking your partner and stuff like that, like physically, that's extremely toxic and something needs to give. I hope your brother did apologize for that, and there's been peace resolved there, because we don't fuck with the physical violence. But you need to leave. Yeah. You don't feel guilty about that. Your brother attacked her, not you. Yeah. Even if you had a hand in that, maybe you told your brother something and that's what led your brother to go and hit her and stuff like that. Leave.
Be gone. Leave that situation. I'm sorry. Like, there are, somebody being unemployed for 2 years. I just feel like that is a choice. I feel like they could literally go and get a job in Tesco if they needed to. Yeah, get an admin job if they needed to. You find cleaning if that's even like, and respect everybody that does any kind of job. But even if it's cleaning, listen, they could have done that. To sit there for 2 years and just not try to do anything. Come on now, and just living sort of like off you. Essentially, that's what she's doing. She's living off you. She's a 30-year-old woman. That's not okay.
And you're how old? 24.
She's 24. That's the first flag. That's the first red flag. Somebody that is 6 years. It's 6 years, isn't it? That's 6 years, and they've been together for 5.
They've known each other for 5 years, but been
3 years.
3.
So you was 21.
I'm sorry, but she was 21.
You was 21.
She was 26.
That age gap.
Or 27. No,
that
was wrong.
That age gap, 21 and what was it, 26?
26, 27 is wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
Because
I don't even know why she was even in your bedroom if you're 24, you've been friends since you were 19.
What is going on in this? Like, what is going on here? That relationship should have never have happened.
That's giving grooming. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know if you guys got together at 20, if you met at 24 and 26, I think there's a little bit more allowance.
Yeah,
there. I wouldn't, but each to their own. Yeah,
but 21 and 27.
But 21 and 27, even you met when you were 19, and they were like 25.
That's not good.
Why do you even need to be friends?
Absolutely not.
Do you know what I mean? Not. I feel like this is low key a little bit of grooming going on. Just because it's not under 18 or under 16
doesn't mean it's not.
It doesn't mean grooming can't be taking place. So I'm gonna say you've been groomed a little bit. That's why they're just relying on you. They're not cooking. They're not working. They're taking the piss out of you. You need to leave.
You need to leave because you obviously deserve much better. You said you want to have kids in the next few years, but this is somebody who can't, like sustain a family or a relationship, or this is not somebody that you could have a future with because they're not on their shit. Like, come on. Like, I think even like you sending this dilemma, you know what you need to do. You need to leave. You absolutely need to leave and find someone who is going to give you what you need. I can't believe I always get annoyed when I hear about these 30-year-olds, these masculine presenting 30-year-olds that are not just sitting on their asses.
And they have little girls that, sorry, not a little girl, but they have younger babes.
Right, that you're taking the piss out of. And this is why I don't date younger women. Yeah. Because there's a potential.
It's the potential to take the piss. Even if that's not your intention.
Yeah.
There is a potential to take advantage.
Yeah. I wouldn't put myself in that situation because when somebody is younger than you kind of just fall into that sort of dynamic, even though you don't mean to sometimes, like because of the age gap.
Yeah.
And date someone close to your age.
And also,
I mean, now it's kind of all right that she's no, it's not. She's 24 and she's 30. Yeah, date someone closer to your age.
Do you know what I would say? I think that it's fair enough that you want to have a baby in 2 years. That's what you want to do. Then I hear it. But also explore just dating. Explore having fun. Explore getting to know yourself a bit more. Explore what you look like outside of this relationship. And don't put too much pressure on yourself to have that child in 2 years' time. Like, I just feel like whenever I hear people want to settle down in their 20s, I just think about how much fun I had in my 20s. Obviously, I was 29 then. I had a lot of fun, and I learned. I figured out so much about myself. I learned so much about myself. I grew as a person, and most importantly, I grew my confidence. And I made mistakes. Actually, the most important thing is I made mistakes, and I've learned from them. One thing about me, I'm going to learn from mistakes. Yeah, and you should use your 20s to do that. There's more time to have kids and like be in long-term relationships. Like, if that's what you want in your 20s, that's fine. Yeah. I'm not saying it's wrong. Yeah. But just be open to options of other things. That's all.
And the thing is just you're a different person from when you're 19 to 21, 21 to 25, 25 to 30. Like, you change so much. Like, and I know it might sound a bit like patronizing coming from us, like, and I don't want it to come across that way at all, but it's just truth because we've been through it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We are not the same people we were at 25.
No, we're just not.
We're not.
I'm not even the same person I was when I was 30.
Exactly.
Like, you just learn I don't even think 30 is that grown anymore. But it's crazy because even people who are older than us that listen to this podcast as well, they're thinking, what did these two know? Right. And that's just the cycle of life, innit? Like, we went to that event. Yeah. And the older role, shout out to the older role, she was there. And she's just looking at us like we're babies. Yeah. She's like, our babies. Like, and we're just there like, no, we're aunties. And she's just like, what?
We're there thinking we're grown. Yeah. There's somebody that's more grown than us, you know?
Yeah. So everyone's going to be an auntie to somebody. Do you know what I mean? But so in our little tender ages, we can give advice. We can still give advice because we've been where you guys are before. But enjoy your life, 24.
Enjoy your life, baby girl. Yeah.
I think that was all the dilemmas.
That was it for the dilemmas. Right, is this your last year on the pavement?
It is my last year on the pavement. I think it is my last year on the pavement. You know, so? I hope it is my last year on the pavement. I
feel like we say this every year.
Though. Yeah, I think it's been a journey of not wanting to be in a relationship, to finding myself, to being open and then not being open and and things like that. And I think I'm gonna open up my heart.
It's time filled.
Yeah, I'm going to open up my heart to getting off the pavement. And no, getting on the pavement. Am I off the pavement or on the pavement?
No, you're on the pavement.
I'm on the pavement right now.
You're not on the streets, you're on the pavement.
Oh, right now I'm not on the streets, but I'm on the pavement. I need to get off the pavement and just go home.
Yeah.
So I think so. I think that I'll be doing that quite soon, yeah.
Really?
Not too soon, but
right.
Quite
interesting.
In this year.
Yeah, in this year. No, do you know what? I don't know what's going to happen, obviously, But I do feel like it's, been 2 years of healing and self-discovery and learning new things about myself. And I think that's a sufficient time. I feel like that's enough time, because before it was just like, no, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want any of that. But I'm open, I would say.
Shah even reposted a video where he said, love.
Well, that was you
reposted it today.
I'm done. And look at, I think that was like a few months ago.
Yeah, that was definitely
the
hairstyle before this.
How times have changed. And it hasn't even been that long.
No, that's the hairstyle I took to Stefan Don's party, and that was in December.
I'm done.
But I'm open in my heart, yeah.
I think, it depends on the person for me. So,
yeah.
Depends on the person for me. I think if the person comes about and they're worthy of me opening up my heart, then absolutely I would do so.
Just be open. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like being closed off only denies ourselves.
It does.
From experiencing something that could be beautiful.
Exactly.
And also, I think I was having a conversation yesterday, and it's okay if things don't work out as well. Like, relationships don't always work out, and every single relationship you have next doesn't have to be the last.
No, it doesn't.
And you don't need to put pressure on yourself for it to be okay. My next one that's gonna be it. Da, da, da. Just be in the moment and enjoy yourself.
In the moment, enjoy life. Do you know what I mean? I feel like oftentimes when people like have breakups, they think that they failed at something, and I don't think that's a good way to look at it, because like you continuously getting into relationships, and sometimes because you have that mindset of I don't want to fail, you're gonna force it. Do you know what I mean? You're going to force it, but like sometimes some things are not meant to be forever, or they're supposed to be for that moment, and you get what you need from it, and you move on from that and just on to the next. I'm not saying you should be some sort of serial monogamist, but do you know what I mean? That's just how life is, you know?
So talking about monogamy, I've decided I'm monogamous now.
You're non?
I'm monogamous.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up right now.
I'm monogamous
now.
No,
you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
Monogamous. No, I'm just like monogamous. Yeah, I'm monogamous.
You're so unserious, man. You're so fucking unserious. Please change, okay?
I'm monogamous.
Change your ways. Change your ways. Change your ways today, okay? You are so unserious.
I've decided.
You literally said this months ago that you're... When did we have Thingy on?
Huh?
When did we have... We was talking about your other podcast. When was that?
Oh, when we had Celestial?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that then.
That wasn't that long ago.
This is a new moon.
Not
Celestial
a new moon.
will say. It's a new moon.
A new moon.
And I'm monogamous now.
Okay, we'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah, and I just feel like I might still have non-monogamous moments.
That's not monogamous.
But that's just a bit of fun. Do you know what I mean?
But
I'm monogamous
you're
now.
You're literally changing the definition of words here. We'll see how it goes. Let us know if you think Ro is actually monogamous using the hashtag TT's podcast. Because I do not. Do you know what? For the most part, I do think you're monogamous. However, you see those little moments, it's screaming non-monogamy. And that's okay, but there's certain different types of relationships. Do you know what I mean? There's within that, there's different types of relationships. But I don't think you're completely...
I would say I'm 99% monogamous.
90. I would say she's 90% monogamous. But that's the thing. Maybe you can find somebody who you actually want to be monogamous with. I think that happens sometimes. But what I would say is good luck to you and whoever that might be. I hope that whoever might be doesn't listen to this podcast. Good luck, sis. This episode. I'm joking. You'll be fine. You're in great hands. There's no one there, guys. I'm just joking. There's no one.
There's nobody there.
I'm just lonely.
Lonely Adito. Lonely. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure you use the hashtag Tuesdays Conversation. Make sure you use the hashtag Tuesdays Podcast and Conversation on Twitter. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and keep leaving the comments in the Spotify thing as well. And like, comment, subscribe, interact, share this podcast, all that good stuff. And until next week, peace. Ouch.